Wild Heart, a story about a woman with a secret and another woman with two secrets. Chloe had a type: long hair, soft features, dresses that swirled when they walked, red lipstick and perfectly manicured nails. She dated exclusively feminine women since she'd come out at 22, and in the 7 years since, she'd never questioned it. Femme women made sense to her. They felt safe, familiar, right. So when River walked into the gallery that rainy Tuesday afternoon, Chloe felt that immediate spark of recognition. This was her type. Exactly her type. River wore a vintage floral dress that hugged curves in all the right places, dark hair cascading past her shoulders in glossy waves. Her lipstick was a deep wine color, and she moved through the space with the kind of fluid grace that made Chloe's pulse quicken. "This one," River said, stopping in front of an abstract piece all blues and silvers, like moonlight on water. Her voice was soft, musical. "It feels like longing, doesn't it?" Chloe stepped closer, professional smile in place. That's exactly what the artist intended. She painted it after she caught River's eyes and lost her train of thought. They were deep brown, warm and intelligent, but there was something else beneath the surface, an intensity that didn't quite match the soft presentation. "After," River prompted, lips quirking in amusement. "After a breakup," Chloe finished, pulling herself together. "She said it was about wanting something you can't have." "I know that feeling," River said quietly, still holding Chloe's gaze. They talked for an hour about art, about Vancouver's rain, about everything and nothing. When River left, she pressed a business card into Chloe's hand with a phone number written on the back in elegant script. "In case you want to discuss art some more," River said, and the way she said art made it clear she meant something else entirely. Chloe called that night. Their first date was wine and tapas at a place in Gastown, all exposed brick and Edison bulbs. River was even more beautiful by candlelight, and the conversation flowed as easily as the Malbec. They discovered shared tastes: obscure indie films, hiking trails, a mutual love of terrible reality TV they'd both watch while pretending they didn't. When Chloe walked River to her car, they kissed against the driver's side door. It was soft, sweet, perfect. River tasted like wine and something indefinably her, and Chloe felt that comfortable certainty settling in her chest. This was right. This was exactly what she wanted. But as River pulled back, Chloe noticed something. A tension in River's shoulders, the way she glanced at her phone, jaw tightening. A restlessness that seemed at odds with her soft exterior. "You okay?" Chloe asked. River's smile didn't quite reach her eyes. "Yeah, I have some things I need to take care of, but I had a wonderful time. Can I see you again?" "I'd like that," Chloe said. Over the next 2 weeks, they fell into an easy rhythm. Coffee dates where River sketched in a worn notebook while Chloe graded gallery inventory. Long walks through Stanley Park. Movie nights at Chloe's apartment where they made out on the couch like teenagers. But there was always that edge of tension. River checking her phone. Canceling plans at the last minute with vague excuses. The way she'd pull back when things got too heated, when Chloe's hands started wandering toward more intimate territory. Finally, after River canceled their third date in a row, the night before what would have been their 1-month anniversary, Chloe had had enough. "Are you seeing someone else?" she asked when River called to apologize. "Because if you are, just tell me. I'm a grown woman, I can handle it." "No," River said, voice strained. "God, no. It's not that, it's..." A long pause. "There's something about me you don't know. Something I've been afraid to tell you." "So tell me," Chloe said gently. "Whatever it is, we can work through it. Not over the phone." River took a shaky breath. "Can you come over tomorrow night? I'll show you, and then you can decide if you still want to see me." "River, you're scaring me." "I know, I'm sorry, but you need to see it. Need to understand what you're getting into." Another pause. "Tomorrow is the full moon, that's when it happens. That's when I can't hide anymore." Chloe arrived at River's apartment the next evening with her heart pounding and her mind racing through increasingly unlikely scenarios. Was River a werewolf? Was that even possible? No, that was ridiculous. Maybe she had some kind of medical condition. Maybe she was in witness protection. Maybe River opened the door before Chloe could knock. She looked different already. No makeup. Hair pulled back in a messy bun, wearing jeans and a tank top instead of her usual dresses. And she was pacing, movements sharp and agitated. The apartment was cold, colder than it should have been. Chloe could feel something in the air, a pressure, a tension like the moment before a thunderstorm breaks. "You came," River said, and even her voice sounded different, tighter, strained. "Of course I came." Chloe closed the distance between them, took River's hands. They were trembling. "Whatever this is, we'll figure it out." River's eyes met hers, and there was naked fear there. "You say that now, but most people, most women, they can't handle what I become. They're afraid of me, disgusted by me." "I'm not most people." "No," River said softly, "you're not. That's why this terrifies me so much, because I'm falling for you, Chloe, and I can't bear the thought of you looking at me the way the others did." "Then show me," Chloe said. "Whatever it is, show me." River took a shaky breath. "It's starting, you should see it, see what I really am." And then she gasped, doubling over like she'd been punched. This wasn't voluntary. Whatever was happening to her was happening against her will. Her eyes snapped open, and Chloe stumbled back with a gasp. They were glowing. Actually glowing, a warm golden amber that couldn't be natural, couldn't be human. The air around River began to shimmer like heat rising from summer pavement. A glass on the nearby counter rattled. The lights flickered once, twice. River's shadow on the wall shifted, and for just a moment less than a heartbeat, it wasn't human. It was a wolf, large and powerful, all sharp angles and predatory grace. Then River's body began to change. She grew taller. Chloe watched in stunned disbelief as River rose 2, then 3 inches, her jeans suddenly too short, the seams of her tank top straining. Her shoulders broadened, muscle becoming more defined, pressing against fabric that hadn't been tight a moment ago. Her face shifted, subtle but undeniable. Jawline sharpening, cheekbones becoming more angular, features taking on a harder, more masculine edge. Her hands flexed and grew larger, fingers longer and stronger, knuckles more prominent. Her hair, Chloe watched it happen, darkened and shortened before her eyes. Long waves became a choppy, tousled cut that barely reached her jaw, wild and unruly. And then the marks appeared. Dark lines like tattoos spreading across River's arms and up her neck, geometric patterns, wolf runes, glowing faintly silver in the dim light of the apartment. When River straightened, she was taller, broader, harder. Her eyes were still that impossible golden color, reflecting the light like an animal's. She radiated heat and power. The air around her practically hummed with energy. "This is what I am," River said, and her voice was half an octave deeper, rough and raw. "This is the curse." Chloe's mind was reeling. This wasn't possible, couldn't be possible. But she just watched it happen. Watched the woman she was falling for transform into. What? Not quite male, but not the soft feminine woman she'd been dating. Something in between, something fierce and powerful and undeniably, magnetically attractive. Chloe's voice came out strangled. That was real, that was magic. River, wild River, because this wasn't quite the same. Woman moved closer with predatory grace. Each step was deliberate, controlled, and dangerous. It's a curse. Runs in my family, going back generations. Every woman in my bloodline. On the full moon, we transform. Become the opposite of what we usually are. I'm soft, so I become hard. Feminine, so I become masculine. The moon pulls out what I try to hide. "Do you try to hide it?" Chloe asked. Wild River's laugh was bitter. "I don't have a choice. This isn't who I am, it's what the curse makes me. Once a month I become someone I'm not, someone rougher, more aggressive, more—" She clenched her fists, muscles in her forearms flexing. "More dangerous." Chloe should have been afraid. Should have been running for the door. This was impossible, supernatural, completely outside the realm of reality she knew. Instead, she felt heat pooling low in her belly. Her pulse was racing, but not from fear. She'd only ever dated feminine women. Soft women. Women like the River she'd met at the gallery. She'd told herself that was her type, that she wasn't attracted to masculine women, that she wanted nothing to do with butch aesthetics or aggressive energy. But looking at wild River now, all coiled strength and predatory intensity, Chloe felt desire slam into her with the force of a tidal wave. "Most women I've dated," Wild River continued, voice rough, "they can't handle this version of me. They want the soft girl, the pretty girl, not this." Chloe stepped closer. Wild River went very still, those golden eyes tracking her movement like prey. "You're still you," Chloe said. "You're still River, I can see you in there." I'm not the woman you've been dating. I'm rougher, harder. I want things I shouldn't want. Wild River's voice dropped even lower. Like pinning you against that wall. Like making you feel small and safe, and completely overwhelmed. Like she cut herself off, jaw tight with restraint. See, this is why I hide it, why I push people away during the full moon. Chloe's breath hitched. Heat flooded her face, her chest lower. She'd never wanted anything the way she suddenly wanted what Wild River was describing. What if I want that? She whispered. Wild River's eyes flashed brighter. You don't know what you're saying. Chloe closed the remaining distance between them, had to tilt her head back more now to meet those golden eyes. She reached up, touched Wild River's jaw sharper now, harder, covered in the faint shadow of what might become stubble if the transformation lasted longer. I've only ever dated women like you were, Chloe said, voice trembling. Soft women, feminine women, I thought that was my type, what I wanted, but looking at you now. Her hand trailed down Wild River's neck, felt the corded muscle, the heat radiating from her skin. I didn't know I could want this, want you like this. Something in Wild River's control snapped. She moved faster than should have been possible, pressing Chloe back against the wall exactly like she'd threatened. One hand slid into Chloe's hair, tilting her head back. The other braced against the wall beside her head, caging her in. Last chance, Wild River growled, face inches from Chloe's. I can't be gentle like this, don't know how. If we do this, I'm going to be rough. Demanding, are you sure? Chloe grabbed the front of Wild River's tank top, felt the hard muscle beneath. I'm sure. I want you. This you. Wild River kissed her, and it was nothing like their previous kisses. Nothing soft or sweet or tentative. This was claiming, possessive, all-consuming. Her mouth was hot and demanding, her body a solid wall of heat and strength pressing Chloe into the wall. Chloe gasped against her lips, and Wild River took advantage, deepening the kiss until Chloe's knees went weak. Strong hands gripped her waist, steadying her, and Chloe could feel the difference. These hands were larger, could span her waist completely, held her with casual strength that sent electricity down her spine. They stumbled toward the bedroom, kissing frantically, Chloe pulling at Wild River's tank top while River's hands mapped her body with rough possession. In the bedroom, Wild River stripped Chloe's clothes with confident, efficient movements, no fumbling, no hesitation, just steady purpose and hunger in those golden eyes. On the bed, Wild River commanded, and the authority in her voice made Chloe's whole body respond. She obeyed, and Wild River followed, covering Chloe's body with her own. She was heavier like this, all lean muscle and controlled power, and Chloe had never felt so completely overwhelmed in the best possible way. Tell me if it's too much, Wild River said, and despite the roughness, despite the aggressive energy, there was care in those words. Tell me if you need me to stop. Don't stop, Chloe breathed. Don't you dare stop. Wild River's answering smile was all teeth. Good. Her mouth found Chloe's neck, and the edge of teeth scraped sensitive skin. Her hands explored with purpose no gentle caresses, but firm touches that mapped and claimed and possessed. When her fingers found where Chloe was already wet and wanting, the rough pad of her thumbs circled with deliberate pressure that made Chloe arch and cry out. So responsive, Wild River murmured against Chloe's throat. I can hear your heartbeat racing. Smell how much you want this. The curse gives me better senses. I know exactly what you need before you say it. She worked Chloe with skilled fingers, watching her face with those predatory eyes, adjusting pressure and rhythm based on every gasp and moan. When she added her mouth hot, and demanding between Chloe's thighs, Chloe came apart with a cry that might have been embarrassing if she'd had any capacity for embarrassment left. Wild River didn't stop. She built Chloe back up, took her apart again, wrung pleasure from her until Chloe was shaking and incoherent and completely undone. Only then did she pull back, pull Chloe into her arms, let her catch her breath. I've never. Chloe managed eventually, voice wrecked. I've never felt like that before. Wild River's arms tightened around her. This is just for tonight. Tomorrow I'll change back. You'll want the other me again, the soft one. Chloe pushed up on one elbow and looked Wild River directly in those inhuman eyes. What if I want both? Surprise flickered across Wild River's face. No one's ever wanted both. I do, Chloe said fiercely. I want the woman who talks about art and wears floral dresses and quotes poetry. And I want this. She ran her hand over Wild River's shoulder, felt the defined muscle. The woman who pins me against walls and takes what she wants and makes me feel things I didn't know I could feel. It's a curse, Wild River said quietly. I didn't choose this. I don't care, Chloe said. Curse or not, it's part of you, and I want all of you. Wild River's eyes searched her face like she was looking for the lie, the catch. When she didn't find one, something in her expression cracked open vulnerability showing through the aggressive exterior. Stay, she said simply. Stay with me tonight. Yes, Chloe whispered and kissed her again. Dawn came too soon. Chloe woke to movement, to the now familiar shimmer in the air and the golden glow of River's eyes. She watched as the transformation reversed its self-body, shrinking back to its original height, shoulders narrowing, features softening. Hair lengthened and lightened, muscles relaxed, and hands became delicate again. The tattoo-like marks faded like smoke dissipating. The golden light in River's eyes flickered and died, replaced by familiar warm brown. When it was over, River stumbled and Chloe caught her, held her through the aftermath. That looked like it hurt, Chloe said softly. River leaned into her, suddenly small again, vulnerable. Not physically, but watching myself become someone else, feeling it happen against my will. Yes, that hurts. I'm sorry you have to go through that. River pulled back, looked at Chloe with naked fear in her eyes. So now you've seen both sides, the woman you thought you wanted and the woman the curse makes me. Which one do you actually want? Chloe took River's face in both hands, made sure she was listening. Both, I want both. The soft you who talks about art and makes me laugh, and the wild you who takes my breath away and makes me feel alive. You're not two different people. You're one person with two sides, and I want all of you. Tears spilled down River's cheeks. Most women can't. They want one or the other, never both. I'm not most women, Chloe said, and honestly, I think I needed this. Needed you to show me that my attraction is bigger than I thought, that I don't have to fit myself into neat little boxes. She kissed River softly. You didn't just show me who you are, you showed me who I am, someone who can want soft and rough, feminine and masculine, all of it. River pulled her close and buried her face in Chloe's neck. I've been so afraid, so ashamed. Don't be, Chloe whispered. Not with me, never with me. They held each other as the morning light strengthened, as the magic faded completely, as River became fully herself again, soft and scared and hopeful. 3 months later, Chloe had learned the rhythm of loving River. 3 weeks of soft femininity art gallery dates, poetry readings, gentle touches and tender lovemaking that left Chloe feeling cherished and safe. And one night each month of wild intensity of passion, being overwhelmed and claimed and taken apart in the best possible ways. She loved both, needed both, wanted both. This month's full moon found Chloe waiting at River's apartment as evening fell. She felt the familiar anticipation building, knowing what was coming. River emerged from the bedroom already showing signs of the approaching transformation movements, sharper, eyes occasionally catching the light wrong. You're staying? River asked, like she did every month, like she still couldn't quite believe it. Where else would I be? Chloe said. She watched the transformation this time without fear. Watched River's eyes flare golden, watched her body grow and harden and change. Watched the marks appear on her skin like beautiful, terrible art. When it was done, Wild River stood before her, in all her dangerous glory. You're staring, Wild River said, that rough voice sending shivers down Chloe's spine. I like watching you transform, Chloe admitted. It's beautiful, like watching something wild and powerful being set free. Wild River crossed to her, all predatory grace, pulled her close. You're the only person who's ever called it beautiful. Chloe reached up, traced one of the glowing marks on Wild River's neck. That's because you're the only person who's ever let me see all of you, the soft and the wild, the chosen and the cursed. She pulled Wild River down for a kiss, and I love all of it. All of you? Wild River's arms tightened around her, lifted her easily. Then let me show you what this body can do, she growled against Chloe's lips. Let me love you the way only I can. Yes, Chloe breathed. Always yes. They made love with the intensity that came with the transformation, rough and demanding and overwhelming. But beneath it all was tenderness, care, the knowledge that they'd found in each other something rare and precious. When Chloe woke in the morning to find soft, Feminine River curled around her once again. She smiled and held her closer. "Love you," River murmured, still half asleep. "Love you too," Chloe said. "All of you, forever," and she meant it. The gallery girl who'd thought she had a type had learned the truth. Love didn't fit into neat categories. Desire couldn't be boxed and labeled. And sometimes the person who made you feel most alive was the one who showed you that you'd been looking for the wrong things all along. River wasn't cursed, Chloe thought as she drifted back to sleep. She was magic. Wild, fierce, beautiful magic. And she was Chloe's. The end. Thank you for listening to another Creatures of Desire story. Please like this video so that it gets recommended to more listeners, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Sapphic tales of fantasy and romance.